Let's call the June 23rd special board meeting to order. Bambi, let the minutes show that we have established quorum 100% by Zoom. And we'll just go straight to action items to approve bid and seal a bid for the seal and restripe of the high school parking lot.
This item was on the agenda last month and we tabled it. We had put bids out, done our due diligence and advertised twice in the paper and taken bids for a project to seal and restripe the high school parking lot. Had 3 bidders submit bids, and upon looking at it, did not have accurate information from any of the 3 on a state contractor license last month, so that's why we postponed it. We have reconnected with each, and Marking Systems is the one of the 3 that has a current state contractor's license. Because of the amount of money being spent on this project, we are required to contract with somebody with a state contractor's license. We've run into this before with sealing and striping. A lot of the companies that do this service don't have to have contractor's licenses for other businesses. So that's why I think we run into this. But Marking Systems was the middle bid. It was not the low bid, but because they do have a contractor's license, we are recommending that we move forward with contracting with Marking Systems. They're out of Little Rock, but I believe they have a Northwest Arkansas office in Bentonville. And Randall we have used them previously and we're happy with their work, or we have checked references and people who have used them were happy with their work.
What's the timeline?
As soon as possible. We're hoping to get them moving. It's probably going to be after the 4th of July now, but we considered putting this back out to bid because of the issues, but from a timeline perspective, we need to get moving so that we get on their calendar and get it done before we start back to school.
Right, get back, yeah, before fall. Okay. All right.
And we looked back. We looked back at previous bids on the high school parking lot, and we actually had a late bid come in even after these were submitted, and they've all been kind of in that same range. So I don't feel like the number that we have gotten from Marking Systems is out of line.
Okay. Thank you. Any other questions for Mr. Wiggins? A motion, maybe?
I move that we accept Marking Systems to seal and pave the parking lot.
Second.
All right, all in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, good. Thank you. Now we need to approve a plan for graduation ceremonies.
Yes, sir. We had discussed this briefly, or I had given you some information briefly at the last meeting. Since then, our numbers in Northwest Arkansas for COVID-19 have spiked, and we have had some rather large numbers in Benton and Washington County. So this corner of the state has become a focus area in the state. Since our last meeting, we have had several of the bigger districts around us. Some of the bigger districts around us announced that they are not hosting on-site graduation or face-to-face graduation. And it is my recommendation to you all, with the current state of affairs and the restrictions that we would be under if we did host on-site, the restrictions would be so restrictive that we would have a hard time meeting the restrictions, keeping our kids from celebrating together, hugging each other, hugging family members. We would be very, very limited on how many people could attend. And we would have to we would be asked to assure the Department of Health that we could keep everyone socially distanced at the event. And I don't see that would be possible or prudent with the spike in cases in Northwest Arkansas. I would hate for our graduation event to be something that is traced back to as a source for multiple positive cases across our community. So in the interest of protecting our kids and our parents and our community, I recommend that we move to a virtual graduation. And I know our high school administration has started putting some concepts together on what that might look like. And so anyway, I would ask that we move in that direction.
Are we still looking at the 17th or is it?
Yes, sir. I believe that would be possible. Since we haven't known for sure yet, high school administration has started working on it, but they have not gone full force ahead. If we move that direction tonight, then they will put something out with a definite date, time, and start working toward that. But I think their goal would be to host it on that same evening, the 17th, that we had announced earlier. Possibly do it at a little bit earlier time rather than at 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Since heat won't be a factor on a virtual graduation.
True. Okay. All right.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
I would like to say one thing. Oh,
Go ahead.
Let's vote
Are we
first, and
agreed?
then you can say something. Well, go ahead. Go ahead, Audra.
no, that's fine. All in favor?
So, all right,
You wanna
we'll all
do it?
vote. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Now, Audra, would you like to interject some thoughts?
I would. I agree with the statements that Mr. Wiggins made. While it's disappointing, and I know it will be disappointing for the students, for the families, I think it's the right decision. And I think that's what's going to help protect and keep those families and those students healthy and safe. So thank you, Mr. Wiggins and team, for bringing that recommendation to us.
All right, any other comments on graduation from any other board members? Take that as a no. We shall move on to student transfers.
We have 4 transfers to present tonight. Would ask that you approve the following student transfers out of Siloam Springs School District to the Gentry School District. We have Eric Holland, age 12, Kalia Brennas, age 7, Dylan Nash, age 11, and McKinley Coker, age 12. All of these students have either moved recently or live on the line and have decided that they would either like to stay in or attend Gentry School District. And I would ask that you all approve these transfers.
Okay.
Motion to approve. Second.
That was a unison. All right, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. We need to move to accept a resignation.
Have one resignation to present tonight. Amber Cameron has been our intermediate school library media specialist. Prior to that, she was a high school English teacher for us, and she is resigning to take a position at another school district in Northwest Arkansas. I recommend that we accept that resignation.
I move that we accept her resignation.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. That brings us to other business.
Just have some issues to inform you about. We had a intermediate school and Southside literacy coach position that had come open. And we have decided or recommended that Jill Ellis, who was a Southside language arts teacher for us, be transferred into that position. So that's not something that you all necessarily have to approve, but I'm letting you know that we are moving that teacher into a literacy coach spot. And then we have some classified hires to announce. Elizabeth Fuentes will be a high school attendance coordinator. James Dawson will be hired in transportation department, and Jackson Bollinger will be hired as a custodian.
Okay.
And that's all I have.
All right, that concludes the other business.
Motion to adjourn?
Yes, ma'am.
Second.
All right, all in favor? All right,
Aye.
meeting
Thank you all.
adjourned. Thank you, guys.